Well, this is my third attempt at this video. You get a spam call or a real call or. Anyway, many of you know that this breakfast table right here is where I do my Facebook video, and I also do my makeup, and I also do my meds. I also do my study. I also eat here. And consequently, this table is multi-purpose and usually a mess. And every night before I go to bed, I try to kind of reorganize it so that in the morning I will be able to do the makeup and the Facebook thing first, and then, answer phone calls and that sort of stuff. Well, I kind of had an epiphany last Saturday afternoon. It was not a day I had to stress for anything, so I decided I would change the makeup and the meds to this desk behind me. You see that lamp over there? Well, I spent a long time trying to do that because the only electrical plug there was right around the corner in the den. And so I have a 3-tiered thing on wheels that I put my USB tower in and the extension to the tower, which allows me to plug in 9 things. And the 9 things included an iPod, an iPad, an iPhone, a Kindle, a curling iron, a CD player, a lamp, a ring light, and something else I can't think of. 9 things. Well, that's rather daunting for somebody my age. And I had this perfect stool with a leather top that Charlie Perkins actually made for me. And it fit up under that desk very nicely. And so I was proud of myself. I got rid of a whole bunch of stuff, and it's all someplace else. Well, this morning, I sat at that place on that stool, and I almost fell when I moved the stool. And I realized that the stool is a very stable stool, but not a very stable sitter. And I also realized that the daylight was to my back. Duh! What in the world was I thinking? Sometimes you just work at something that you think is going to work, and it doesn't work, and you think, what in the world? What can I do now? I can go back to square one. And I remembered my mother. My mother was an English teacher, and she taught a poem that said, the best laid things of mice and men gang after glay would leave us naught but grief and pain for promised joy. Now, that's Celtic language, I think. And I'm not sure the name of the poem, but I'll look it up and tell you. But I looked it up in the Bible, and in Proverbs 16, it says, when a man's ways please the Lord, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. But that's not the one I wanted. The one I wanted is, a man's heart devises his way, but the Lord directs his steps. And then over here at 21, there are many devices in a man's heart. Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord, that shall stand. Well, I thought I counseled the Lord, and I did it wrong. And, you know, in my day, there were extension cords that had the same prong on both sides. I have extension cords that go back in time so long that the prongs on both sides are the same. And you might as well throw them away. I mean, that is there to keep you from, now they make one side larger than the other. That's to keep you from having a fire, making a mistake. Well, all of these things are hard on old people. But we have also lived long enough to learn that there's another way. God will help you figure out another way. My friend Tricia is coming tomorrow, and she's very smart. And the Lord may use her to help me figure out a better way. So, to answer your question, I'm back at the breakfast table where the light helps me. I did not put on my makeup at the breakfast table. I was trying out the other situation. But anytime your plan does not work, remember the Lord. He will always stand with you. He will help you figure it out so that it does work in time. God bless you today.